What is going on, guys? TDPresents here, back again bringing you some MUT 25. We are currently heading into week number 8. A victory in this game will clinch us a playoff berth, and if we go ahead and win out from there, we'll get ourselves a first round bye. But first, we want to make sure we get into the playoffs and we start things off right. Justin Tuck coming up with a sack, so we force my opponent to an early 3rd and 9, but he ends up finding his receiver, Deshaun Jackson, picking up that first down. But here he is again on 3rd and 2, and for some reason he doesn't step back in the pocket, so Reggie White comes away with the pass deflection, and on 4th and 2 he tries and scrambles, and Reggie White forces him outside, and Brian Dawkins laying the wood. So we take over on downs. Now Alex Smith finding Mr. Reliable, Tony Gonzalez. No matter who is on your team, you have to make sure you have yourselves a Mr. Reliable, someone with high catching in traffic that you can go to on those 3rd and 9 situations. And now here on 3rd and 1, Josh Cribbs getting to the outside, rolling out. He's going to find his way into the end zone, and we take an early lead. But my opponent, after a few runs up the middle, he's going to run it outside with Reggie Bush, pick up a first down, and he really started pounding the ball at me, and it was working. He's picking up some nice blocks, picking up 5 and 6 yards, and as you can see, he's wasted almost the whole second quarter. Here, Russell Wilson rolling out on 1st and 10, and he's going to end up getting into the end zone. I was caught sleeping, and we're going to start the second half tied at 7 apiece. So we're going to give it to Jamal Charles, someone who really didn't get the ball in the first half just because I was really pounding the rock with Emmitt Smith, but there he is picking up a first down. Now here, Emmitt Smith lowering his shoulder. He's picking up another first down, so we're moving the change. 2nd and 1, we're going to play action. Alex Smith finding Rob Gronkowski, who's going to break out of a tackle, find a nice block, and I want to just regularly dive into the end zone. I didn't want to showboat, so I don't know why he did that, but we do take a 14-7 lead, and in the 4th quarter, my opponent finds Larry Fitzgerald for the first time today, and on 3rd and 1, he runs a little option play here. Definitely, I did not see it coming, but Reggie White makes a beautiful play, going to force him into a 4th and 6. And then we come up with a sack, Reggie White and Will Fork there, and my opponent goes on to quit the game. So we come out with the victory, we clinch a playoff berth, and now if we win these final 2 games, we have ourselves another first round bye. But 1st and 10, first play, Joe Hayden drops yet another interception. The only reason why I haven't sold this guy was because he did it all last year in the regular season, and then in the Super Bowl and in the playoffs period, he came out, had 2-3 interceptions every game, forced fumbles. He was doing everything, but you can see he's once again struggling in the regular season. You can see my opponent's finding Jason Witten across the middle almost every single play. I was trying to double team him, trying to play zone, just was not working out. So my opponent's doing a good job of moving the chains, and here he ends up finding Victor Cruz. So we're down 7-0 starting the second half. My opponent faced with a 2nd and 6. He's going to run it right side, but look at Brian Dawkins forcing the ball loose on the fumble, and Darrelle Revis picks it up before it even touched the ground. So we did a great job on defense to force that turnover. Now we're finding Josh Gordon on offense, and now it's 2nd and goal. We're going to go with that Niners formation. We got Will Fork in there blocking. Emmitt Smith gets into the end zone, and we are tied at 7 apiece. You can see here on 3rd and 2, he gets stuffed, so he's going to go for it on 4th and 3, and he ends up finding Victor Cruz for his 2nd catch of the game. That one was probably bigger than the touchdown catch because he's able to keep the drive going, able to take some time off the clock as he starts picking up more first downs. You can see Romo, 6 completed passes in a row, and here we had a chance. Should have had an interception, but we do end up forcing him to take the field goal, so he takes a 10-7 lead. So we have 2 minutes remaining. Our offense really hasn't done much, so we're trying to get Jamal Charles involved, and here he was stumbling. I was trying to keep his balance, but we weren't able to. And now in 3rd and 6, we find Andre Johnson across the middle. He's going to make a nice spin move, go down at midfield, and with a minute remaining, I throw my first bad pass of the game, and ends up getting picked off. It feels so unfair. We drop all these interceptions, and then all of a sudden the one bad pass I throw, it gets picked off. But hey, that's just the way it is sometimes. This one's definitely on me. It's 4th and 5. We have a chance to still come up with a play, but I send a blitz. He ends up beating me over the top. I thought we were in man defense. We were in zone. So we get back out on the field in offense. You can see 1st and 10. Josh Gordon's wide open down the field. He's going to end up turning on the Jets and break away. So look at this. Now all of a sudden we are right back into it. All we need to do is recover an onside kick. Here it is. Greg Zuerlein He's going to get a nice initial bounce. But Victor Cruz once again with another big play. First to 2 touchdowns there. He comes away with the recovery. So we don't get a first round bye. We're going to have to take the long road to the Super Bowl. So here it is, wild card weekend. 2nd and 1. We force my opponent. Nice stop by Vontae Davis in the backfield. 3rd and 3. Reggie White makes a great play. And he's going nowhere on that pitch. So he's going to go for it on 4th and 4 instead of punting. Why? I don't know. But Joe Hayden comes away with a clutch play, knocking that one to the ground. And now we take over on offense, and I really want to establish the run game. Before, I would run the ball majority of the time and then get into passing. But here, I want to run until my opponent stops. And Emmitt Smith picking up some nice yardage on the ground, really pounding up the middle. And here we come away with the first touchdown of the game, Emmitt Smith. So we take up pretty much the whole first quarter, except my opponent. He had a ball for about a minute. But now you can see he's one of those opponents that really runs around in the backfield for no reason. Joe Hayden, once again, dropping an interception. Now on 2nd and 10, he's going to roll right. We bring a cornerback blitz, and Darrelle Revis would have had the easiest pick 6 of his career. But instead he swats it down. He did make a good play, but you can see we had 2 chances to force a turnover. Instead, my opponent ends up finding the end zone on that passing play. So now we have about 30 seconds to work with. Jamal Charles off the screen pass does a great job of getting outside. And with 19 seconds remaining, Alex Smith stepping up. Going to find Andre Johnson. Nice play, nice catch. And we're going to take this field goal. We get the ball in the second half. And we're going into the half with some momentum, up 10-7. And we are starting off the third quarter with a 3rd and 9. We find Andre Johnson on that comeback route, making some people miss. Making a nice juke move, still going forward. And we cross midfield. So that's really going to set us up with the run game. But instead, we're going to go play action, find Tony G, Mr. Reliable. He makes a little nice back juke. We were making a ton of people miss this game. And on 2nd and 6, we're going to run a toss play to Jamal Charles. He gets into the end zone. And we are in business. Up 17-7 in the 4th quarter. My opponent faced with a 3rd and 2. He's going to drop back to throw it. He's going to roll out right. But he is absolutely nowhere to go. But he finds Jordy Nelson down the field. I end up making a bad play on the tackle. And he's inside the 25. Now he's got RG3 in the game. He's going to run up the middle. Does a nice job of avoiding the defensive ends. Picks up yet another first down. Now RG3 looking in the end zone. Joe Hayden. Actually, that was Vontae Davis that time. If it was Joe Hayden, I was about to be upset. But the next play, Vontae Davis comes away with the interception. And that's going to end up being a huge play. Why I ran out there, I don't know. But we picked up a first down that would end up being the game. So we win our first playoff game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The divisional round will be out soon. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you're new for daily MUT and NBA 2K. And be sure to follow me on Twitter. Say how you found me, and I'll hit you with that follow back. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm TDPresents. Peace.